Hello everybody, this is Scott Dudley from Funnel Fella Radio, and today my special guest is David Mason, who's based in Colorado. He's the founder of a software platform called All the CRM that was built to manage a business's follow-up, two-way texting, pipeline, scheduling, and so much more. Welcome to the show, David. You ready to rock and roll?
Ready to rock. Thanks for having me, Scott.
You're welcome. Cool. All right, let's get stuck into it then. So we can start off with your background and how you first got into marketing and funnels in the beginning.
Yeah, sure. Windy road. Started off with a double major in English and philosophy, and the old parents are like, "What are you going to do with that?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm going to be a teacher." And then I went off and got my MED, and got my love for technology through my Master of Ed program, and in through that, started developing an online English tutoring company. That then led into doing marketing for that business, which led me into WordPress, which then led me deeper down the rabbit hole of marketing and funnels in general. So that's sort of the broad view. I'm a founding member of Funnelytics.
Right.
Yeah. So I got that going. I invested time and effort into some of Michaela's courses. And then, it just became a natural progression to move from doing successful funnels and marketing for myself for other businesses.
Yeah, whenever I sort of ask that question, it's always interesting to see the journey, how one thing leads into the next thing and how you end up where you are now. So that's quite a sort of a transformation from where you've started off from. So fascinating. All right, so tell me a little bit about your automation and text messaging platform, All the CRM, and how that helps digital marketing agencies.
For sure. Well, it solves the pain of having too many logins, too many places, too many tools, and sharing all of that with clients and team and all that jazz. So basically, it's an all-in-one solution that allows me to keep all of my marketing services and features under one dashboard. So I can build my funnels through it, manage all my automation through it. There's no longer a need for a patchwork of Zaps and 15 different logins. We can integrate with Zapier, no problem. So if you have a third-party solution that you love and you don't want to get rid of, we can integrate.
Yeah.
But it's just massively feature-rich. It's everything you need to market. So it has your pipeline stages, your email, SMS. We have sort of a membership function. We build our funnels, we build websites inside of it. It has a calendar feature, like a very rich feature. So if you add up all the tools that you're likely using in a marketing agency already, you're probably ClickFunnels, you're probably dropping, 5 to a K minimum, like on those tools. And so this solves that pain. Another thing it does is it allows agencies to essentially seamlessly integrate their strategy to the solution, so they can sell the solution and then come onto the platform and deliver that way.
Sorry, keep going. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Go ahead. It's okay.
Yeah, just out of curiosity, I'm just wondering, is this sort of like something that you developed initially for yourself to solve your own problem, and now that you're selling to other agencies, or was it sort of developed for agencies other agencies from the beginning?
It was really designed by agency for agencies, is how I'd like to put that. So, it can go either way. You can essentially, be on all the CRM, or kind of get your own version of it.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
So are you like a coder? Did you create this yourself, or have you got programmers working for you? Or
we got a powerful team behind us that helped us develop this platform that we can then leverage for our clients. Yeah.
So how many team members you got approximately?
Yeah, good question. Including myself, we're up to 8 now.
Okay.
So we got O'Day does our automation and Google Tags management. Nerd does our design. John's strategy and consulting. Duvall and his guys help me with WordPress and WooCommerce dev. Harold does our PPC, and then I got a couple of bot guys that help with bots.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So are you also providing marketing services along with this platform, or is it you're pretty much just focusing on the SaaS product itself?
No, it's really the other way around. So essentially, we do funnels as a service and provide the platform to do it all.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So that's really it. I mean, we really don't even have clients on our platform that just like sign up and go do their own stuff. It's a beast of a system. There's a pretty steep learning curve, and so there's a lot of training involved with that. And essentially, clients come to us and they say, "Hey, we have this pain. Cool, we can solve that for you, and we're going to use our platform to help do that."
All right. So the front end is basically funnels as a service, isn't it? That's what you're saying.
Correct, with SaaS on the back end.
Ah, okay. Interesting. A nice
Yeah.
business model. So what sort of process are you using for customer acquisition to get people on board?
Could you repeat that question?
What sort of process or funnels are you using to get people on for customer acquisition?
It's good question. I mean, we've done LinkedIn strategies, LinkedIn automation to get some traffic and some calls that way. A lot of what we're doing is sort of network referral. It's not what you always want to hear coming from an agency, but like it's true. Like we buy from people we know, like, and trust. And a lot of my businesses come from referral and just our inner network. We're pretty small, like in terms of our uh, our web presence, if you will, because we've been so busy actually doing the work of fulfilling. So we get someone on, they get the demo, they're like, "Yep, sign me up, cool," and now we're locked into fulfillment, and we're kind of stuck in that place. But kind of expanding and doing our own marketing efforts as we continue to build team, get our SOPs in place.
Yeah.
Will definitely be a core goal for 2021, so we can actually start running our own traffic and our own funnels for our own agency.
Is everyone based in the US, or you sort of got a bit of a worldwide?
No, we're all over. Yeah, we're spread out all over.
Fair enough.
So, yeah.
So how long has this business model been sort of operating for? Is it pretty new, or?
That's a good question. I mean, I want to say maybe April of last year.
Okay.
We totally pivoted away from what we were doing, which was a B2B system for WooCommerce, for B2B portals on WooCommerce. And in seeking a solution for that, we just decided to completely pivot and move towards a CRM marketing FAS model. Yeah, and it's been great. It's been
Excellent.
A really awesome.
So it's a good move. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. All right. So without actually naming any specific customers, have you got any sort of like customer success stories that you could talk about using this platform and your services?
Yeah, for sure. So we got a local business here in town, brand new. No one knew him from Adam, I guess, as we say sometimes. And we ran some very low budget Facebook ads and got him 23% opt-in rate.
Nice.
We got a 15% conversion rate, and we got a 4x ROAS. So
nice.
basically what we did is we said, "Hey, we're going to have a grand opening." We started pumping traffic to a landing page, did lead cap, did a little bit of education campaign type behavior. And then we launched a BOGO sale to get his first customers in the door, and then started hitting them with remarketing and follow-up sequences. And it worked really well. He went from like 0 customers to a fair amount of customers in a short period of time. So,
all right. So he's basically starting from scratch.
Yeah, he started from scratch, and then we're using the platform currently to do what I call a repeat booking series. So basically, he's a booking based model, and he charges hourly for each booking. And so what we're doing is saying, okay, they've made a commitment through a credit card. We know they're active. We update their status to an active status. If they move, say, 15, 20 days without buying, we move them into like a another stage of stale. We send them an automation series if they move out of stale. So we just kind of monitor that way. And it's been pretty successful. We've gotten folks who come back in the door because of that simple automation for them. So.
Okay. Has that sort of motivated you to replicate a similar system for other clients based on that success?
Yeah, for sure. Anywhere where you want repeat customers, what we're trying to do is look at what's the one common denominator for that behavior. What's the behavior that they're going to take that we can then use in the system to trigger an automation? The problem with his specific model is like, so your bro might buy the hour, but then you bring 3 of your buddies in, right? And there's no way to really retarget those other 3 because one dude used a credit card to pay for all 3, and then they Venmo him we're back. So we're working on a bot that will incentivize folks to like check in when they're there, and then we can remarket to everyone that walks in the door theoretically.
Okay, interesting. Cool. Yeah. All right. So what are your favorite online tools and platforms you use to run your business?
Oh, that's a great question. I'm a tool lover. Obviously, all the CRM would be my first answer, right? Mindomo, Mindomo is a fabulous, super affordable mind mapping and collaboration tool that helps me map out my automations, just keep track of projects. It's just, I really love the visual, like project scope and financial scope and all that stuff. It helps me really kind of keep organized. I was on the hunt for a PKM, a personal knowledge management tool. Looked at a bunch of them. Evernote is okay. It's a super clunky. It doesn't flow really well. So I just fell in love with a new tool called Roam Research. There is a bit of a learning curve to this tool, but man, it is like, it's amazing. It works off this concept of bi-directional links. So as soon as you create one link, it links right back to the thing. And you just create references everywhere. It's really easy to input and access information. One that I'd love to share with your audience is a Chrome extension called Tab Group. So I come in the morning, I click on this, I fire off my admin group, and all of my tabs for admin fire up. Like my calendar, my Google accounts, my Slack channel. So boom, it just fires up all my groups there.
Nice.
Loom, of course, daily, all day. The built with extension as a developer lets me see what people are running. And then goal full page screen capture for our funnel hacks and looking at things like that. So
there's another similar Chrome extension to built with called the Whoppalizer. I'm not sure if you've heard of that or not.
Oh, I have not.
Yeah, that's pretty cool to find out all the different software and technology that a certain website or web page is using. Whoppalizer. So I just thought I'd add that as well. But yeah, I use built with that's a cool tool. The paid membership for that, it's pretty expensive, but that gives you so much insights into technology and stuff. It's fascinating.
I mean, you could build lists from
exactly. That's right. Yeah. I actually I did that once, and it's a great tool.
Cool. Did you get results from those efforts, or?
No, the project sort of fell through. I was working with another guy, and he was actually paying for it. And it's a long story, but we didn't end up going anywhere with it. But I got great insights into how to scrape data and use it for specific purposes. So, and building lists, like you said. So,
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So what are some of the biggest and most common mistakes that you see your clients making?
Well, typically when people come to me, a lot of times they're already established, and I go to their website and all of their messaging is about them. What we can do, look at me. And it's like, no one cares about you. Yeah. It's all about the visitor. It's all about the prospect, right? So wherever I tell clients, like, go through wherever you have I, me, us, swap it out with you. You got to swap out that pronoun. So, and if nothing else, it's the mental exercise of like using their language and speaking in their terms, getting out of that curse of the expert, right? Like making assumptions that your visitors or your clients understand things that you live, drink, and breathe every day.
Yeah,
They
good
may
point.
not know what CPC is or whatever. So,
Yeah,
it's just that kind of stuff. And
yeah,
then a big one is like, selling too quickly, like not focusing on relationship,
yeah,
wanting to see the sale happen right now. And it's like, well, you got people buy from people they know, like, and trust.
yeah. Got to nurture it. Yeah,
Build that relationship.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a bit like spending money on, cold traffic and sending it straight to an offer. It hasn't got much chance of converting if they've never heard of you.
Correct. Yep. That
Yeah.
whole ADA funnel, like kind of explaining like what a funnel is actually to clients is sometimes a challenge. And you describe like, hey, if I'm on Facebook and I got a new Nike shoe and I post it, sure, I can go straight to that sales page and sell that shoe because everyone is already in the awareness, phase, or already in the interest phase. They're in they're well into desire and taking action. But if you're cold, you don't have a brand, no one knows who you are. You got to start there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So.
All right. So what's the biggest challenge you consistently have to face while running your business?
Well, we all deal with the whole bottleneck issue, right? Being our own bottleneck, but ultimately it's finding the balance between like developing systems for the biz and then finding, it's a balance between developing systems with the need to fulfill, right? So the time it takes us to build out the system or to document, et cetera, it's just the balance between, okay, we have a project deadline, but now we need to be building an asset for our systems, for SOPs, right? The team can access later on. So so wherever we can, we're trying to record, we're trying to organize, we're trying to create, artifacts for team, but that takes time. Sometimes it's easier I'm just going to do it myself rather than slow down, think about how I can make this be the last time I do this one thing so that team can do it.
Yeah.
And go from there.
Yeah, there's a great book I read recently that sort of would help with that. It's called Systemology.
Oh, very good.
It's only about 150 pages, but it's absolutely awesome. And it's very simple and easy to understand. So David something, I can't remember his surname, but he's an Australian guy as well, but Systemology. Yeah.
Great. I will look into that.
Yeah, definitely recommend that. Cool. So with an eye to the future, what are you curious about or researching right now regarding digital marketing and funnels in general?
Well, we just finished sort of a research project around UTMs and passing UTM parameters through embedded forms with all the CRM. So that's a challenge, right? Like a client comes to you, they have this website already. Maybe we're going to build a landing page on their WordPress site. Now, how do we pass UTMs like through that page? And then how do we like make them sort of sticky? So if we're just sending general traffic through PPC or something, and there's other links and they go off page and they end up in the CRM somewhere else, like how can we make those UTM parameters stick so we can attribute to that ad or to that campaign? So we figure that out. That was a challenge. Wix is giving us problems, but I'm just going to leave it at that.
Yeah.
But right now we're really trying to figure out how to like integrate WhatsApp. I mean, we're not like seriously on this train, but it's come up. It's looking like it has some potential, and like how can we do some cool automation with WhatsApp, and just kind of go from there. Like instead of being on Messenger or being on SMS, how can we leverage the WhatsApp tool for messaging?
Because you could do something similar with the chatbots and Facebook Messenger, couldn't you? I mean, I'm not an expert on how WhatsApp works, but I'm just trying to sort of piece it together. So, because a lot of people use WhatsApp, I use it every day. So
yes,
I don't use Facebook Messenger. So yeah.
Correct. So you got tools like ManyChat. We have Messenger replies that we can do natively, like out of all the CRM. But not everyone's on it. Like the reason this has come up is because we've got a client in Saudi Arabia. They're a premier fitness gym, fitness training organization, and they pretty much are off email and they're pretty much off Messenger, but they're all on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
And then we're dealing with the challenge of getting a Twilio number, in Saudi Arabia, because if we had a Twilio number, we can do API, we can connect WhatsApp via Twilio. So that's kind of where our head's at right now. Like, how can we reach and penetrate, in terms of automation via WhatsApp? Because not everyone, it's not as intuitive as it would appear at first glance.
Yeah, I'd say that email and Facebook Messenger would still be the two most common communication channels. But yeah, WhatsApp is huge as well. So it's a good idea to look at others, because like you're saying, not everybody uses email and Messenger. So
and again, the reason this came out is because for this particular client, it's like we don't want to use Messenger or email with our outreach, because no one's going to use it. I find that fascinating, but that's just kind of, we're just rolling with what we're hearing from clients. So
way of the future. Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So who are your marketing idols or the biggest influences on your career?
Well, Mikhail Dia from Funnelytics. He's just an upstanding person.
Yeah.
I think he's a brilliant marketer. Yeah. He's just a super cool, down to earth, humble guy for what he's built and what he's accomplished. He's gotten on calls with me, and I'm just like, man, every time I'm just like nothing but gratitude to that guy. So Mikhail Dia is amazing. His protege, Kevin Beeftank, he's amazing as well.
Yeah.
Matthew Hunt. All these guys are, kind of like in the circle of Mikhail Dia, but man, Matthew Hunt is another one of these. He's going to give. Super smart. I mean, he's all about automation. So I got a bunch of, affection for him. Brunson, Kern, Rick Valentine, Greg Hickman. I went through his foundations course. It wasn't a perfect fit for me because I'm really, really tech minded. I'm really like technical in nature. And so like a done with you approach isn't, I don't think, like the best fit for what I'm doing right now, but I still learned a lot about productizing and getting your content strategy going and all that stuff. And then, Sean Vosler, if anyone listening doesn't know who Sean Vosler is, if you're interested in copywriting, his 7-figure copy, I scooped up the PDF for like $35. And then I spent like $80 to get it printed and bound. It's like a work of art. And the knowledge you get out of that thing is unreal. It's just so good.
So what's his name? Sean Vosler.
Sean Vosler, yeah.
I've actually never heard of him, and I've heard of most sort of the copywriting guys. So it's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, then, just to wrap up, where can people go to find out more about your services and or your products?
Yeah, sure. You can go to allthecrm.com. We're a pretty basic site right now, to be honest. We've been focused on fulfillment. But that'll redirect you to book a demo. If you're interested in a demo, just go to allthecrm.com. If you want to talk to me, it would be go.allthecrm.com/mad. And that just stands for a marketing automation development consultation. So go.allthecrm.com/mad to speak one-on-one with me about marketing automation. If you want a demo, just allthecrm.com. So
excellent. All right, then. Thanks for being on the show, David. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, a true pleasure, Scott, and I appreciate the opportunity to discuss with you and reach out to your audience. Hopefully, someone finds something helpful here.
You're welcome. It was a blast. All right, take care.
Take care.